All right, Justin, first let's talk about this couple in Kentucky. It's bad enough that this woman who tested positive, Elizabeth Linscott, when she declined to sign this piece of paper for a valid reason, she wasn't trying to be obtuse, that they sent law enforcement to her home. But for her husband, he had not tested positive, nor did he have any symptoms. And yet they put him under house arrest, put him in an ankle monitor, I suppose because he had had close proximity to his wife. How, Justin, is this legal or justifiable?
I don't know how it could possibly be legal. I just don't understand it at all. And the other thing about it too is that there's this myth on the left. There's this myth amongst leftist governments that the problem here is that there are all these people that are testing positive for COVID-19 and then running out into the world and infecting other people. They know they're just being wildly reckless and irresponsible. That is not what's happening. The vast majority of people who are infecting other people don't know they have COVID-19. And what this does in a very bizarre way is punish the people who actually got tested, who took the initiative to go and get tested. Now they're being punished and treated like criminals because they won't sign a piece of paper that is way over the top and overbearing. This is incredible. We should be encouraging widespread testing, not punishing the people who are actually getting tested. And yet this is exactly what's happening. If they just took the resources that they spent on punishing this couple and they put it toward testing people, just widespread testing, we would all be much better off than we are right now.
And I mean, the most astounding part of this to me is that people like you and I, Justin, we warned at the beginning what would happen if we implemented contact tracing, that these contact tracers would have this arbitrary power to force you, if you happen to come in passing contact with someone who later tested positive for COVID-19, to quarantine in your own home. And I remember saying on this show, so what happens if you come in contact with someone who's positive for COVID-19 and you're forced to quarantine for 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks, when you're fine, you go out of your home, you go to the grocery store, and you accidentally come in contact with someone else who tests positive for COVID-19. Are you going to be quarantined to your house for 2 more weeks? And where does this end? This isn't someone who actually has the virus. This is just someone who came in contact with someone. And the reaction from the left when I made that point was, of course, they mocked me. They scoffed. They said that would never happen. This isn't going to impact people who haven't tested positive for COVID-19. This is only people who are actively contagious. Well, look at this story now. This man cannot go more than 200 feet from his home without an ankle monitor, the type we put on sex offenders, beeping and notifying law enforcement. If this is not tyranny, I don't know what it is.